When you hear the names of the top Filipino basketball players, who comes to mind? Most people think of Junmar Fajardo, Kai Soto, or even Jordan Clarkson. But there's one name that deserves just as much recognition, and that's Bobby Ray Parks Jr. Does that name sound familiar? Despite his incredible talent and contribution to basketball in the Philippines and beyond, Parks for some reason often flies under the radar. Do you guys think Bobby Ray Parks Jr. is the most underrated Filipino basketball player? Let me know in the comments on what you think. But today, we're diving into why Bobby Ray Parks Jr. might just be the most underrated Filipino basketball player of our time. And when it comes to resume, there's this one thing that Parks has done that no other Filipinos has done before, so stay tuned at the end of this video. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like this video, as it would help tremendously to push this video to the YouTube algorithm. And I really appreciate it if you have done so. And now, let's get to it. Let's start with his roots. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. is no stranger to basketball greatness. His father, Bobby Ray Parks Sr., was a PBA Hall of Famer. Ray Jr. made waves early in his career, dominating in high school and college basketball while playing for the NU Bulldogs in the UAAP. In high school, Parks Jr. was a four-star recruit and had major offers to play NCAA Division I basketball, but decided to play in the UAAP in the Philippines to be with his father, who was diagnosed with cancer at that time. Parks Jr. is the real definition of family over everything. Now imagine you're a couple of years away from making it to the NBA, your ultimate goal all your life, but you decide to go back home in the Philippines to be with your father in his last few years of living. When Parks played in the UAAP, he won back-to-back MVP titles in 2011 and 2012. A few of his accomplishments in the UAAP. Despite the NU struggle as a team, during those years, Park carried them to greater heights, including a Final Four appearance. His skill set was unmatched. He was a very versatile scorer, a tough defender, and an exponential playmaker. But what sets Parks apart from most players is his willingness to take the road less traveled. After college, he didn't immediately enter the PBA. Instead, Parks pursued his dreams overseas, a bold move for a Filipino player at that time. I would even go as far as saying that he is the pioneer of young Filipino hoopers who makes that big step overseas, but not a lot of people give him that credit. Even before Japan B.LEAGUE and the other Asian countries opened up its doors to Filipino ballers, Ray Parks Jr. has been taking his talent overseas outside the Philippines, as no other young Filipino player was doing this back then, but only Bobby Ray Parks himself did. He played in the NBA G League for the Texas Legends and testing his mettle against the top international talents. Parks also had stints in the ASEAN Basketball League, the ABL, where he led the Ala Pilipinas to a championship and earned MVP honors for his consistent performance. These experiences shaped him into a more complete player, one who could hold his own on the global stage. When Parks immediately entered the PBA in 2019, he immediately made an impact. Drafted second overall by the Blackwater Elite, he showcased his scoring ability, averaging over 20 points per game in his rookie season. He later joined TNT Tropang Giga, where he played a crucial role in their playoff runs. Parks' versatility as a guard-forward hybrid made him a mismatch nightmare for the opponents. Despite these achievements, he often doesn't get the credit he deserves. Injuries and contract disputes have occasionally overshadowed his brilliance on the court. The media made a big deal about his contract, which did not make any sense, as his contract with TNT at that time was done, which made him a free agent. Some people just were very bitter as he did not resign with TNT and made him look like a bad guy for exercising his right to be a free agent. But yet, when Parks is locked in, he's one of the most dynamic two-way players, not just in his respective league that he's playing, but in Asia overall. So why is Bobby Ray Parks Jr. underrated? One reason could be his unconventional career path. Unlike many players who stick to the PBA, Parks explored opportunities abroad, which might have lessened his visibility among local fans. Another reason is the narrative around him. Parks often stay out of the limelight, focusing on his game rather than the media attention. You don't really see a whole lot of interviews about him. He's a type of player that just wants to do his work as a basketball player and not deal with any media. Because of this, there's only one side of the story that gets out. Therefore, he never gets the chance to respond to any criticism about him. Finally, he's sometimes unfairly judged by the incredibly high expectation set by his father's legacy and his own early success. Having an early success isn't just all happy-go-lucky type of situation. It can also be a curse for some people. The public now expect you to level up even more. But make no mistake, Parks' ability to impact games, whether through scoring, defense, or leadership, is undeniable. As I mentioned in the beginning, Bobby Ray Parks has done something that no other Filipino hooper has done in recent time or even of all time, and that's winning Mr. Basketball Award in the States. In 2009, when he moved to Memphis, Ray Parks Jr. won Mr. Basketball in the state of Tennessee. When you win such a big award like Mr. Basketball in your state, it's such a big deal where you're basically in the radar of NBA scouts. Majority of NBA players has won Mr. Basketball in their respective state that they are from. Bobby Ray Parks Jr. is more than just an underrated player. He's a symbol of resilience, versatility, and a global ambition for Filipino basketball. His journey proves that greatness doesn't always follow a straight path. So, the next time you talk about Filipino basketball stars, make sure you mention Bobby Ray Parks Jr. He's not just a player, he's a pioneer, and in many ways, he's just getting started. So again, what about you guys? Do you guys think Bobby Ray Parks Jr. is the most underrated Filipino basketball player right now? Let me know in the comments and let's make this a conversation. And if you haven't done so, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And we will see you on the next video.